Disney night. I was really excited about it, and I don't know.
I liked it.
I feel like it was early. I feel like it was early for Disney, and I like when they can give out Disney 10s, but it didn't make sense for them to give out 10s on the third week.
Yeah, and we'll get to this, but the problem is that, like, Neve definitely did a Disney 10, but it's so early to give out a Disney 10
and
that
you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, you can't give it a 10 because you have nowhere to go, but Neve, best of the night, amazing. He continues to be a dark horse. He said he was going to be the dark horse, and but I'm very pleasantly surprised by him. Yeah. He's really good. We're going to start from the top. We have Sky and Alan. They did a jive.
It's not a jive song.
It's not a jive song.
I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but literally every single song I feel like doesn't really match the dance style. It doesn't. It's whoever is picking the songs is doing an atrocious job. Whoever does the sound and whoever picks the song to the dance, they had to have hired somebody new because it's literally never been this bad. It's always been pretty good, and it's not good. Yeah. So it wasn't really a jivey song. It needed to be sharper. She was falling all over the place. She had no energy. She was literally looking up at the ceiling instead of her partner. Like, I know she's young, but at the end of the day, you're in a competition, and there's no excuses in a competition, and she's just not that good. She props to her. She's the youngest person in the cast. I obviously think she's trying. There's the cat. I think she's trying as hard as she possibly can, but at the end of the day, she just doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have the She needs to understand her body more before she can do ballroom dancing. That's the problem, is she doesn't understand her body at all because she's a child. Every single week, she's a child. So, Justina and Sasha, they did the Charleston. I love Justina. I don't think this was her best performance. It was definitely her weakest performance, but the choreography and the choreography, congrats. That was so cute. It was inventive. It was imaginative. And her performance still, even though it wasn't the best dance, it's been her worst dance, honestly. She's still so fun and goofy. And, if that's her worst dance, that says they're a really good pair. They're just really good. What it is about her other dances, because she's really good. We forgot Sky and Alan. We rated, so we decided to give scores for the contestants before the judges did to see how our scores compared to their scores, and we were 100%. Well. We're probably like 98%. Yeah, except for like one thing. We'll go through it. We had the same scores. We got extra. We're like, we're taking notes. We're crazy. So Sky and Alan got 6s, and we said that they were going to get 6s. Justina and Sasha, we said 6 and 7s, depending, And she did get a mix. So moving on, we're hoping Justina does better next week. Kaitlyn and Artem, they did a rumba, and that is our favorite. It was beautiful. There's still something about Kaitlyn that's very like her elbows. There's something because she like really moves her hands, which is she has like a nice little bloop like ballet. She has like a nice little ballet. But there's something like really there's something robot about her elbows, and she wasn't wearing shoes. And I'm sorry, like. I know your ankle hurts, but at the obviously end of the day, you're Moana, whatever. But come on, you couldn't get some really nice like tan, jazz shoes. And that's what the judges said too. The judges said that they were like, I have to dock you a point. Like you're, and also the injury thing just bothers me. I hate when people like. I don't know. Maybe I just never complain about injuries. Like I suffer through the pain, and maybe you shouldn't do that. I don't know. But I just feel like it's starting to become a scapegoat. It's like, if it's not good, it's just because my ankle hurts. But you know you're going to be good because you're one of the better dancers on the show. So you're a good dancer. Like instead of just trusting yourself to be a good dancer, you're trying to put stock into what if? And I hate those personalities. I hate people that I get it. I'm scared that's how I would be, but I don't like seeing it. And when I see it, I'm like, okay, it's cringy. It's just cringy. Stop with the ankle. Like, we get it. You hurt your ankle. But who knows if the network's making her do that too? Because they take stuff you say and they really hone in. It's like when Alexis Ren was on, and she was, I think it was Alexis Ren, and with Alan, and they were trying to like make them. She was like, I talked about. No. Oh. When she was like every single time that they showed the show, I was only talking about me modeling and me and this and stuff. And she was like, I talked about so much more that they cut, and nobody got to see that side of me because they chose the side. Yeah. And we know with reality TV, that's how it works. And that's why I'm scared with Tyra, because like she's trying to make everything so drama, and how much stock does she have? She's an executive producer, so how much stock does she have in saying this is the narrative we're going to make people out to be? Like, I don't like that. Like, that's one of the things I love about Dancing with the Stars is it's not so like, okay, you're the villain, you're this, you're that, you're that.
I totally agree. But
they got. Yeah, they got. I can't remember.
They got 8 and 7s.
They got 8 and 7s.
Yeah,
I said 9, 8, 7s, but she never got.
Yeah, it's too early for 9 and 10s.
Yeah, that's true.
So next is Neve.
Neve is my favorite. He was in character the whole entire night. Like, I saw you with that rum bottle watching the dances, and he was like, just prepared.
He did such a good job.
It was amazing.
And
I've
loved
never seen it played that way
because
before.
they've done Pirates of the Caribbean 1,000 times, and it's always this like aggressive, like I'm at war fighting somebody. And I loved that they took like goofy, drunk Jack Sparrow and melded that with Neve's personality, which seems to also be sort of like kooky and fun and a little whatever. And he was amazing. He acted through it, but he still kept his frame. Like, I will say,
it wasn't sloppy.
Kudos. Like,
it was so
good. It was the best dance of the night, hands down. There's no comparison. I would have given him a Disney 10, but obviously it's too early for 10s. There's nothing to say but perfection for that Argentine tango.
So you said 8s. I forgot to, write it down. I have hiccups. Write it down and start, but I'm pretty sure he got all 8s as well.
He did. So now we have Monica and Val. They did Viennese waltz.
The choreography was so simple.
Yeah, it was a little too simple. It was a little too safe. But to say she is improved very, very much.
Because remember last week we said that she was very stiff.
She seemed more natural. She seemed like she worked really hard. Obviously, she's a hard worker.
She did really work on the flow, but for some reason there's no finesse to the flow. I don't know how to describe it.
I feel like finesse is something that's innately in you, and you have it or you don't, and you can fake it till you make it all you want. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's what differentiates cheerleading from dancing, maybe.
Totally.
Is just the harshness of cheerleading and the elegance of dance sort of don't always mix.
I said her technique improved, and I thought her performance was subtle and soft, and I was proud of her.
Yeah, I thought she really improved.
We said she would get 7s, and she did.
Okay, so AJ really brought it. AJ has not done good the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm sorry to say, he just has not done well. He hasn't done well at all. And he did really good today. I loved his quick step. And I don't always like Cheryl's choreography, and I loved Cheryl's choreography. Yeah. The only thing I would say, which has nothing to do with any of them, is that I felt like his pants were a little too baggy. I felt like I really wanted to see, like, his legs a little bit better, especially
the show's all about fashion now since Tyra took over, so we can talk about his pants all we want.
That's true, we can. And I felt like costuming really did him a disservice because...
No, costuming did freaking Pasha and...
and Carole Baskin. No matter how much anybody hates Carole Baskin, there is no reason in the entire world to make somebody dress up as atrociously as they did dressed up.
I mean,
tonight
it was
like cringe. It was really cringy. Yeah. But we'll definitely get to that.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, so I was really proud of AJ and his quick step. I thought he did such a good job.
And I liked the choreo, and like we said,
the choreo was so fun. I felt like he really kept up. The judges were right. His booty is a little bit out, but you know what? He can fix that.
My thing is too is he performs like this. He's always very big and
animated. It worked for Aladdin.
It did. I'm just saying, in the future, his expression is very animated.
I would like to see him do something like a Roomba or like something that is really going to have to draw out a different emotion in him.
Exactly.
And we'll see. I mean, he obviously is an emotional person. Like,
he loves his kids
so much. Like, so there has to be some other side of AJ that I can't wait to see.
7. We said 7s, and he got 7s.
Mm-hmm. Next, Anne, who was in the bottom, and Cleo.
Sweetie.
Ooh, it was a hot mess. It was not good.
Anne's fun to listen to, like when she's talking to Keo in rehearsals and stuff, and I think she just seems like a sweet person overall. But
her quick step was
babe.
Like really jumpy, like her shoulders never stopped moving.
It fell apart.
She was like a deer in headlights. Like,
it wasn't good. There was no content, I felt.
She just lost control, and Keo is pulling her around, which has always sort of been Kyo's problem.
He always pulls his
Kyo
partner.
just will like, well, I'll make it through,
yeah.
And which he's the male, so he leads or whatever, so that makes sense. But I feel like in most of Kyo's partners, he pulls them around because he really hasn't. Besides, God, what's her name? The girl who played Luna Lovegood, Harry Potter.
Remember her name last week.
I cannot remember her name, but
Eva. No, what is it?
I don't know. But besides her, something like that. But besides her, because she actually had a lot of talent and potential, he just pulls these people around. And it's like, I don't know if that makes him a bad teacher or if he just keeps getting paired with, like, not good dancers. I don't know. I like Kyo. His choreography's hit or miss to me.
He's really good at traditional content. He's not my favorite, like,
modern,
modern or like contemporary dances.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. He said 5, he got 5.
Yeah, we said 5, he got 5. Okay, Jeannie and Brandon. They did a Viennese waltz.
No.
Brandon, the judges liked it, but I did not like it.
No,
I did not like it.
No, and
there's no content.
We said this is the first time, because this always happens, is there's always one dance the judges like, and Stevie, and I feel like we're pretty, like,
copacetic with the
judges.
Yeah.
As you can see from our scoring details, like we've been pretty on the nose with what we thought scores were going to be. But there's always that one where the judges just like the dance,
and we're just like,
sitting here like, we saw something different.
Exactly. Like, we didn't see the same thing.
Why didn't we see the same thing?
I feel like she doesn't breathe. I feel like when she dances, she doesn't breathe. Her shoulders are really high. She's really cute.
She's work on her spot.
She's really pretty.
She's cute as a button, but she needs to work on her spot. And
not there.
I felt like Brandon was kind of all over the place too.
Yeah, like he
like
felt
his glasses. Like it felt like he was trying to keep his glasses on. He was dancing with his neck all like stiff, and I'm like, okay, but,
take those glasses on.
Like, onto your head or something, or it just that.
I mean, I will say, dancing in shows, that's always the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to keep this wig on my head? How
exactly.
am I going to keep this wig on my head? So I get it, but at the end of the day, like, they have $1 million budget. Like, they can't take that shit to his face.
More money, yeah.
They have more money than brains.
They have so much money for the show, and. We were wrong, because what did they get? Oh, I forgot to write down what they got.
I don't know. They got like 7s and 8s, and I thought it was like a 5-6 dance.
Yeah, but I wrote down 7, and then I wrote down that it was wrong, so they must have.
Yeah.
But that was just another thing, real quick. Was they were like, we don't want to. All our other dances have been cheesy, and we don't want to do cheesy anymore. Blah blah blah.
But then it was a cheesy dance.
This dance was
a little cheesy. It didn't have the heartwarming up feeling that I feel when I watch that first montage.
Totally.
It still felt just like
they're old, and they looked like they were young people in old costumes, so maybe it would have worked better for an older couple.
For sure.
But once again, the music and the dances to whoever
is doing this is not doing a great job. I don't know what happened to him.
Jesse and Sharna.
Okay, so Jesse and Sharna. Even though Jesse's not that great, you gotta love him.
He just has a little charm. He's a little twinkle. Like when he was like in that awesome newspaper thing, and he kind of looked down, he kind of gave a little wink. I was like, "You a newsie?
You gonna deliver my newspaper? Like, yes, you can deliver my newspaper for me." Like,
but that's what I also said is I feel bad because I feel like in everything, like in Passions and John Tucker Must Die and. In
Desperate Housewives,
he always plays
the pretty
boy, the sexy man. So I don't want to pin him into that role because I think he could be more than that. But he's adorable.
Yeah, I mean he's cute as a button.
And Sharna's a babe.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's the most beautiful woman on the planet. And his technique is not there, but and I felt really bad for them because Newsies is one of my favorite shows. I love Newsies. It holds a special place in my heart. But it's not a jive song. King of New York is not a jive. When we did it, I think we did a tap dance.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we did tap.
Like, it's just not a jive song, and I felt really bad for them because I didn't feel like they could really get the elements of jive into there.
Exactly. But I will say that even though it wasn't the best dance, Sharna's choreography is always so well tailored to the person who is doing the dance with her. Yeah, she doesn't dance for her. She dances literally for her partner.
Which is something that really none of the other
she's a good teacher. Mm-hmm. She's a good, everybody's a good dancer, obviously. Like, everybody
wouldn't be a pro if,
but the best teachers, hands down, Sharna, hands down, Sasha.
Sasha's a great teacher.
even Emma, like Emma just gets put with
Emma
the
gets always
people,
the crap,
but she never really makes the dance. She never, because sometimes people will just dance around them so they can show off that they can dance. Mm-hmm. And they always try to cater towards the people. They're good teachers.
They're just good teachers. So next we move on to Johnny and Britt.
They did a Roomba.
Once again, I don't know. There's just something. I was really rooting for Johnny. I thought that he was going to be in the top 3. I thought he was probably going to take it all and win this thing. But really, he's not. To me, he's just not selling it. He's not doing it. I don't know if it's his personality. I don't know. There's just something about it that I just don't like.
I feel like Britt, because it's the first time we're seeing Britt. She's new too.
Yeah, and she must be nervous. I get it.
But I don't like her choreography.
Yeah, it was weird. They did this Roomba, and the Roomba is like all like this, like really like close dance, and they were doing like all this solo stuff. And I felt like it was a really missed opportunity for them to do like some great storytelling to reflection, and instead it just felt like a Mod Podge of Roomba. They
might as well just have fake swords and battled it out. You know what I mean?
Like, it didn't feel connected. It didn't. I don't know. I feel really bad because I really thought Johnny was going to be good, but I just don't see it. I don't think he's there. I don't think he has the intention behind it. I don't think he has the technique, which is crazy to me because I've seen him ice skate. He's an amazing ice skater.
Yeah, but that is what I was going to say. Is I feel like this week is the first week. I mean, I know it's only the 3rd week, but it's the first week that he didn't look like he was trying to ice skate on a wooden floor.
I can get that, yeah.
It seemed like it was the first time that he actually looked like a dancer where I was like, okay, he could break that technique. But that's all he did his whole life. He told his whole family story about how they gave everything up for him. Like, skating is obviously so in his bones. Like, it would be hard to break that technique. So at the same time,
luckily for Johnny, I think that regardless of how we feel about him, he's going to be around for a really long time. So
we said
he definitely has time. Yeah, he has time to prove himself to us. Vernon and Peta, I don't know. I thought all of the choreography in the beginning with the table was completely unnecessary. And I don't know. Like, he's not.
Peta's never been my favorite choreographer.
And he's not a bad dancer, but there's just something about Vernon that's just sort of like, eh.
He's a little heavy on his feet. I'm just like, to me. There's always that one couple where we're like, we forget you're there. Like,
exactly.
You don't give us, you're not bad. You're not great.
Good.
You're not atrocious. Here and there.
Exactly.
But, like, I just forget about you for some reason.
And he's definitely the forgotten one this season.
I agree.
And I feel bad. I don't want to feel that way about anybody, but there's just... He's a little boring, I guess. I don't know. He's just.
I don't know what scores he got. I said 7, and I didn't get that right.
You know, he tried. I just have no interest in him.
Yeah.
Nelly did a foxtrot. I'm really excited to see the movie Soul. I think it's going to be really cute and good. It was a really slow foxtrot.
Right. It seemed sweet. He improved. I feel like
he felt more relaxed in a way.
Like, I feel like his shoulder, his, like, neck doesn't move.
But there's something very charming about Nelly, so I think that he'll stay in. But when you really get down to the dirty of it,
gritty,
I think technique, he has no technique. He just has no technique.
I agree.
He has no technique.
I think he'll make it to the middle of the show.
He's charming, he's sweet, there's something about him that people obviously love, that I love, even though, you know,
yeah, whatever. I didn't really know much about Nelly. I just knew, like, you know, the songs that... God, how old are we when we sing those songs?
20 years ago.
20 years ago, literally. Crazy.
We're old. So, next is Chriselle. Chriselle looked like a goddamn Disney princess. Like, I mean... She looked like she walked out of a storybook.
Please, honey. She was...
She was beautiful. She's beautiful. I love the waltz. Yeah. I love the song "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes."
I feel like they end on that, kind of.
There was no content. Like, there was no content.
What did I say?
In fact, and I felt like it was such a disservice to her because I feel like there was just no choreography. Like, I feel like it started and they did this whole little runaway thing, and then they did a few spins, and then they did like 20 seconds of her running away after the clap.
At the end, and I was like, you could have put so much dance.
If we were down to the top 3 or 4, and you know your songs are running like 2 minutes long and stuff, by all means, at the beginning, the intro, the outro, do all these like cute little acty stuff. But at this point, there's still now 13, but at the time there's 14 people in the game, and you have like 30 seconds for a song. Like, you have to do the contact. Why not fill it? especially when Chriselle's not a bad dancer. I mean, she has really high shoulders, and she sometimes feels like she gets stuck. But she's not beautiful. Flowy. That's what I said. She's not a lost cause by any means. No. She has the potential to grow, and I just felt like fucking Gleb, man. Like,
it's Gleb.
It's Gleb.
I'm not the biggest fan of Gleb.
It's Gleb. So I hope that she stays around.
Boy, but not Gleb.
Because I do think that she has a lot of potential, but
we wrote down
I was disappointed in the choreography, which in turn made me disappointed in the number.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
I wrote down 7. They were the last ones to go, and we were like, we have to vote. We're still like turning on our computers.
Oh my God. We forgot to vote almost.
Trying to vote.
It was crazy.
Disaster.
Yeah, it was a disaster.
We ended up getting our votes in on our computers and
like,
on our phones.
It was like 20 seconds left of voting, and we're
like, come on. But I think that she got straight 7s.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And then Carole Baskin. All I wrote was
hit on this.
No.
Choppy, no bounce, no hip, no energy. I hated the costumes. She was sleepwalking through the routine. I can't even tell. The choreography was just the weirdest samba I have ever seen. I barely saw any samba work in it, and the samba work that I saw was so flat-footed and so even from him. Like I felt like at that point Pasha was just like, I give up.
Like, it felt like he gave up.
It felt like he gave up, and, like, I feel bad for Pasha,
Like, he made himself look worse to try to make her look better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sorry. There's a difference between, and this is what we kind of talked about before, is there's a difference between like dancing for yourself and not with your partner, and I would rather almost see him do that at that point, because I'm still learning about him because he's new too.
Because Pasha's pretty new too.
Pasha's new. Like, he was on last season,
but I think that was his first
season.
Yeah.
So I still want to get to know him, and both seasons he's given me nothing, and I don't want to feel that way about him.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel with Peta. I've watched Peta my whole Dancing with the Stars, life. And
we love Dance with the Stars.
I love her, but it's it's never gotten. She just doesn't have what I want.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Just some general notes. The opening I thought was really, really cute. I thought they did a really great job with the fun little green screen effects. It does suck not seeing like Mandy Moore's awesome choreography in the beginnings with all the big group numbers, but we understand why it can't happen and X, Y, and Z. But I thought the opening was really cute. Carrie Ann's outfit. She was a beautiful princess. She was gorgeous. I loved her outfit. But we need to write the executive producer about whoever is running sound, because
sound is so bad.
Sound is so bad. I think that's my project for this week.
Yeah.
Among the 1,000 other projects that we do. And because somebody has got to stop the clapping that's happening when Tyra is making her catwalk entrance in the beginning,
which is already unnecessary. Hey, she didn't do a costume change though.
She didn't do a costume change, but
she felt like I felt like she took a Xanax and she was just like,
yeah, I think somebody told her to chill out, and then
somebody
she went the completely opposite way.
Yeah, because she had like no energy, but then she still fucked up.
It was weird. She's just, you know what? This is our third episode,
and we said
we were going to give her 3 times. All 3 times she's majorly disappointed us. So I feel safe to say that we have every right to say that Tyra Banks is a shitty host.
Exactly, she is, and
I think we're being completely fair and just in saying that she is just sort of a terrible host. And
sorry, boo.
Tyra, stick to modeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the sound person, the clapping, the incessant clapping for literally no reason over nothing is driving me up the walls a little bit. So
or the screaming for the contestants when they're dancing. They have cans screaming. They'll be like, "Go Sky," or whatever. And
it's weird. Whose idea was this, and who thought that this was a good idea? We would like to know if you guys like all that stuff, because maybe we're just being like
maybe we're just
assholes. But like, I really, it is possible. But I really feel like it's just completely unnecessary and weird. So let us know what you think. We can't wait to see you next week for week 4. We have no idea yet what theme it's going to be. Who do we think is going home next week?
Next week, probably Anne. Usually at the beginning, I feel like, of
it's pretty, what's happening.
You kind of know. You kind of weed out everybody. But I don't know, man.
But after Anne goes home, well, Anne was a hot mess today. But after Anne goes home,
Sky needs to go home.
Sky needs to go home.
I just feel like Sky, bless her little baby heart. But I just don't see her improving. I just see her getting through the weeks and never getting
better.
And yeah.
I
think she just needs to be a little bit older and I don't know.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything, but she doesn't know anything. I
can't get past it. I can't get past it. She has no hips, like, not body shaming. I'm just saying, like, she looks like she belongs on Dancing with the Stars, the kids
version. Yeah.
Like, she just, she looks prepubescent and it's weird to me.
Yeah.
It just is weirding me out, and I've said that since week 1.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Sky, but...
Well, we hope you join us for week 4. Thank you for tuning in to week 3. We really appreciate everybody who's been watching us. This has been something we've been wanting to do for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
And we're really excited that, you guys are watching our favorite show with us and able to commentate with us. So leave comments, subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen to us sing every Thursday, and we love you guys. Thank you so much.